Yo, what's good? This your boy JB Trap House Boxing, man. I'm back again with another video. Man, oh man, oh man. First of all, let me start by saying, man, I know I'm late to the party. I intended on doing a live stream last night, but your boy was wounded, man. So, well, anyhow, I just woke up, early in the morning and caught all the fights. And I decided to talk about, the Showtime fights and etc. So, stay tuned, man. I got more videos coming up for the post-fight reactions of fights. And I got a jab session coming up at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So y'all make sure y'all hit that notification icon bell and tune in to the jab session. All right, so hit that subscribe button as well. So first of all, man, let me start off by saying, man, Showtime commentary is horrible at its best, man. When I say horrible at its best, I mean horrible at its best. All three of those guys up there need to be fired last night. Steve Farhood, Barry Tompkins, Watkins, whatever his name was, and Marquez. He need to get. They all need to be out of there. They all need to be out of there. I don't know what fight they seen last night. I haven't really watched any videos or any post-fight reviews pertaining to this particular bout. But to me, I thought this fight was clear robbery. You understand what I'm saying? I thought it was a robbery. I know some people may disagree, and some may agree. I don't know, depending on what you're looking for. But I'm gonna go ahead and break it down and talk about what I seen in this fight. And first of all, you got Rydell Booker, 38-year-old guy who's been inactive for about like 13 to 15 years. I think his last fight before he was back active was against James Toney. He lost a split decision to James Toney, and then he went to the federal penitentiary. This guy done sparred the likes of Tommy Hearns, Lennox Lewis. This dude here is a slick, crafty veteran, man. Is a well-schooled fighter. So, but anyway. And he up against a young guy out of Michigan by the name of Jermaine Franklin. They got a rough, rugged, cagey style. Jermaine Franklin is a decent fighter. He's still young, green, got a lot to learn, to me, in my opinion. And I'm explaining why I thought he got took to school tonight. And it was like the teacher versus the pupil. And the first round, okay, you can give Jermaine Franklin the first round. He was the busier guy. Franklin, was pretty just, filling him out, but he was, sticking the jab out there. I thought he landed the more effective shots throughout the whole fight anyway. But, we could say we gave Franklin the first round. Let's just say we gave Franklin the first round. But the second round, Rydell Booker, started establishing his presence, and cause see the whole fight, Jermaine Franklin wanted to dictate the pace. He wanted to keep the pressure on and force Booker into a fight, keep him at a pace the way he didn't really want to fight, cause he's the older guy. But the thing about that is Booker was able to push the pace, pretty much the whole fight, but he was getting picked apart the whole fight, to me, in my opinion. This dude was getting countered it all night with check left hooks, uppercuts. I thought Booker did a real good job, especially on defense, man. Even when he was on the ropes, they gave Franklin a lot of credit and points for Booker being on the ropes, and Franklin was working, but all those shots was being blocked and missed. If you go back, if you watch this fight, anybody that watched this fight can clearly see that Franklin missed probably 90% of his punches, shots that he threw. All of them, he was loading up. He was wide, getting caught in between shots, and he was Booker was punching with Franklin at the same time, punching with him. You know what I mean? And you could see every time Booker would catch Franklin, his shots will have a lot more effect on on the punches than Franklin would. You understand? Especially in the first half of the fight. To me, in my opinion, you know. But it's real slick. And see, this is the type of style I like when it comes down to any fighter, really, especially heavyweights. You understand what I'm saying? Especially heavyweights, you know. But I think that I would have loved to see Booker pull this fight out because I would have loved to see him get more rounds in. But the thing is, see, he was been inactive the whole time, and he only had like 3 6-round fights. And the second half of the fight, you could see he was fatiguing, and Franklin kept the pace up the whole second half of the whole fight, really. You know, but he was still getting caught in between shots. Yeah, Booker's activity went down. Franklin's activity stayed the same, but it was times in that fight where, even in the second half of the fight, where Booker would turn the pressure up, have Franklin up against the ropes and working, and they were still giving Franklin the rounds. I'm like, what fight are these guys looking at, man? I mean, he did catch Booker with uppercut. You know, that was like in the late rounds of the fight, like towards the end. You know, but even when he would catch Booker, guess what? Booker would counter him right back. You know what I'm saying? Snap his head back as well. So nobody can sit here and tell me that Franklin had more effective shots landed on Booker. On Booker than Booker had on Franklin. Nobody could sit here and tell me that. If you telling me this, I don't know what the hell you was watching. To me, I thought Booker clearly won this fight. I thought he won at least 7-3, 8-2. Just my opinion. You know, I just couldn't give Franklin no credit for, you know, just working, and he wasn't. He was catching all the shots off the elbows. He was slipping, rolling, catching it off the glove, catching the hooks off his right hand, the whole nine. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, man, I was hoping that Booker would have won this fight. I'm pretty sure. I know why. We all know why Boxing Politics gave Jermaine Franklin this fight. No disrespect to Jermaine Franklin, young guy, green, still got a lot to learn. I know he's gonna learn a lot from this fight. Not to be loading up and just touch the guy, but he didn't win this fight. I would have loved to see Booker get a few more rounds if he'd won this fight, got the decision, get a few more fights, get some more rounds in, and put him in there against a Luis Ortiz. This guy's 38 years old. Him and Luis Ortiz, man, that would be a banger. Whoo! I mean, Booker got all the tools. I like Booker. You understand what I'm saying? If Booker would have been around, I truly believe that he'd have been one of these heavyweights we'd have been talking about if he wouldn't have served that time. That's just my opinion, though. You know, you can say I don't know what I'm talking about, whatever. But I know styles. I know what type of styles that's the elite style. And to me, I think Booker has the tools to give any of these heavyweights right now. Still, if he gets some win up under his belt, some rounds up under his belt. I don't think he should retire. Him and Corbin to be a good fight right now. You understand what I'm saying? Him and Big Red Bad News Corbin to be a good fight. You know, it's some fights out there for Booker, man. And as far as like Franklin, salute to Franklin. He got to get the decision. You know, that's a good decision. You know, I'm never gonna say that he won his fight. I don't care what nobody say. To me, he reminds me of a Daniel Dubois, just stylistically. You know, stylistically, he reminds me of Daniel Dubois. You know, cagey, wild, loopy. You know what I mean? Don't have no good defense at all. You know, he's strictly a offensive force. You know, keeps his head on the chopping block. And but solid, strong dude, though. Solid, strong dude. Very busy. Some good future lineup fights for him as well, man. So it's going to be interesting to see what this heavyweight division crack up and bull to be. But I think it would have been just a little bit more entertaining and a little bit more juicier if the older guy would have got that decision and match him up against like guys who I said. You understand what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. This your boy JB, Trap House Boxing. What you waiting on? Subscribe to the channel. Like, share the video always. I'll holler at y'all And hit that notification icon bell so you miss the jab session that's coming up. Peace.